You're listening to littlepodcast.com. La 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 la. I got a big That's the lyrics from the song.
Young people have an aversion to jean shorts, or maybe I'm the wrong one.
You're the wrong one. A United 93 poster.
God damn it, John. We're doing a podcast. No.
I wish I had a hat to put on.
No nipples allowed, regardless of gender identity.
I gotta get my hair fixed.
Let me get my, I don't know if this is emo or comb over, so it's both.
Emo-over. Oh, man. I bet there are a ton of emo bands that have emo comb-overs now. Like, they're still trying to rock the, like, flat iron thing, but it's covering a bald spot.
What's a flat iron?
The the emo look where you, like, I used to flat iron my hair to do that, like.
Oh, I don't have to do that. My hair's just flat.
My hair's flat but puffy normally, but today it's pretty.
Yeah, you definitely
stuck to my head.
You've got like a 6 minutes to midnight or whatever. That's an emo band name, right?
30 Seconds to Mars.
I don't know.
Something.
Bullet
Two
from My
Tickets to
Valentine.
Paradise.
Death Cab for Crazy Taxi.
My Chemical Bromance.
Oh God. I think so. I went to a Green Day concert, and I think they were the opener, and they were terrible.
What? Wait. Oh.
This was
okay.
like the American.
I thought you
Idiot.
said Green Day was the opener at a concert.
No, My Chemical Romance was the opener.
Yeah, I believe
like,
I remember that tour. Yeah, the American Idiot tour.
Yeah.
I went to that show.
Oh, you guys were both in the audience together.
Yes.
Neither did you know.
I thought My Chemical Romance was actually pretty good.
I just thought that the front man had no stage presence and was like not working the audience at all.
It was my first rock concert.
I think it was mine too.
It was my last rock concert too.
All right, I gotta look at some albums. What are some good My Chem albums?
Because he sounds too quiet to me.
Oh no, he doesn't. Listen to the Twitch and listen to TJ talk because the audio levels are different for some reason.
Oh, okay, fine.
Just listen.
Yep. Go ahead.
How do I? Okay.
The
just
audio
listen.
levels are different.
I'll
for
just
some
keep
reason.
talking.
Oh, okay.
In about
fine.
Just
12
listen,
seconds,
just listen.
you'll see that I'm actually kind of fine. Now you can
Okay.
talk a little bit too. Just listen and hear yourself. Keep talking.
Oh, okay.
In about
fine.
12 seconds, you'll see that I'm actually kind of fine. Now you can talk a little bit too. Just listen and hear yourself. Keep talking.
Okay, yeah, I
In
guess
about-
it sounds fine. Also, that was very confusing to listen to.
All right, Matt, are you ready for this? Intro. Yeah. Verse 1. And if your heart stops beating, I'll be here wondering, did you get what you deserve? The ending of your life. And if you get to heaven, I'll be waiting, babe. Did you get what you deserve? The end. And if your life won't wait, then your heart can't take this. I don't even know if I'm singing it right. I've never heard the song
I don't think
before.
it matters.
Have you heard the news that you're dead? What? That's lyrics? No one ever had much nice to say. I think they never liked you anyway. Wow, this guy's, man, is a girl. I'm assuming girlfriend is dead or someone. And he's just like, oh, take me from the hospital bed. Wouldn't it be grand? It ain't exactly what you planned. It wouldn't be great if we were dead. Oh, dead. This is so emo. It's like right in there.
Welcome to the Born in the 80s emo cast.
Wait, okay, let me get to the bridge. And then in my honest observation during this operation, found a complication in your heart. So this lady has like
your fart.
During this operation, the attending physician found congenital defect in your aorta. Like that's what it is. So long, because now you've got maybe just 2 weeks to live. Is that the most the both of you can give? What? Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. La 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 la. Well, come on.
Which band is this? I don't even know which band you're saying.
Mother effer. I can't say that word. This is My Chem. Come on.
La 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 la.
That's Blink-182.
All right.
Yeah, come on. Anyway.
I'll post this in places.
My Chem, baby. That's The Black Parade is the name of this album. That was a 2006 album. So I guess it probably wouldn't have been on the tour. Let's see here. American Idiot
Yo,
tour.
that was like maybe 2004, I think.
I'm looking it up. Because I want... Yeah, okay, here we go. 2004 to 2000... December 05.
Oh,
so like
Twitch.
basically
I wanted to go to Twitter.
a year and a half because it was middle of 2004. What were the... Okay, here are the opener. Who was the opening acts? Were Kaiser Chiefs, My Chemical Romance, Simple Plan, Newfound Glory, Sugar Cult, Jimmy Eat World, and Against Me. Man, I tell you, an Against Me Green Day concert would be incredible. A Simple Plan Green Day concert would not be as good. Let me see here. North American Legs. Where would this have been? Where did you see it?
I saw it at the Coliseum in Madison.
Okay, so that must have been... They didn't hit Madison, I think, on Tour 1. So they went back around in 05, and they hit Madison at the Alliant Energy Center.
That's where I think I saw it.
May 9th, 2005.
It was definitely May.
May
I was
9th.
in college. Yep.
And does it say
It was a
who
birthday
was...
present to myself.
It doesn't say who was... Oh, man. I'm doing some internet research now. Let's see who the opening act was. Because it could have been any of those.
It was My Chemical Romance. I remember this.
Okay, May 9, 2005. Alliant Energy Center. Enhance. Green Day.
You can't enhance Green Day. There are...
Okay, here we go. Setlist.fm.
Oh.
Here's a review from Concert Livewire. So let's see if anyone has... Okay. Does not have listed the opening acts, although it does have... They played American Idiot, then Jesus of Suburbia, then Holiday. Wow, they basically played like most of American Idiot.
Yeah, I think they did play straight down the album list.
Yeah, well, but then they went into Basket Case, obviously. They played an Operation Ivy cover of Knowledge. Oh, man, Operation Ivy. Wake Me Up When September Ends Near the End. Played Minority. The Encore. They played Boulevard of Broken Dreams. They did a We Are the Champions Queen cover. And then they ended it with...
That.
And they ended it with Good Riddance, Time of Your Life. So that makes sense.
Yeah.
Let's see. Okay, here we go. You're right.
I have memory like a steel trap.
Let me read the review. After the screams and house-shaking... All right, we should start the podcast.
Yeah, we should.
Can we start with the review?
Yeah.
Activision announces that boxes for the next Call of Duty will have an 8.6 chance of containing the game disc. It's a joke. Headline.
I know. We got to list.
I thought it was going to be a joke about it will contain like an 80% chance that you're fired.
I thought the joke was my life.
You're fired. My joke
It is, John, but nobody's laughing.
All right, let's go to this.
Yeah.
This is Reviews and Photos by Matt Schwenke. All right, anyway, let's start.
Oh, that's my pen name.
Matt Schwenke. That's true. You wanted an even weirder last name. All right, here we go. Welcome to Born in the 80s episode... Oh, God, what number is it?
345.
Okay, welcome to Born in the 80s episode 345. I'm your host, as always, joined by my co-hosts.
You didn't say your name. You said I'm your host as always.
Say your name.
It's a secret.
No one is around you.
I'm Matt Schwenke.
I'm Matt Schwenke.
And I'm John Danger, joined by my co-host Matt Schwenke and
TJ May of May.
Oh, you had a chance to come up with a better name.
I don't
TJ.
have a better name.
Matt
it could
upgraded
be
to Schwenke.
an entirely different month, like TJ
April
February
of February.
Oh God, that's so difficult to listen to and say.
February.
That's one of my least favorite words. February.
Well, you know what was happening in May of 2005?
Oh, but what was happening?
May 9th, 2005.
I was in college.
You were, and me as well. Although
I was still
TJ.
in high school.
So, excuse me.
Thank you. All right.
I was in
TJ,
my final semester of high school, ready to take on the world.
TJ and Matt were like two star-crossed podcasters
Yeah.
at the same concert, but not talking to each other.
No.
Yeah, I went with Drew and Eric.
Oh, you did at the
Yeah.
You guys didn't invite me, although I don't think we were hanging out at that point.
Not so much.
It wasn't until that
I don't know
maybe
if
that
Alex went.
summer, right? No. Was it? No, because that was the summer I was between my freshman and sophomore year, and I lived at home for that summer.
Yeah.
But it was the 06.
No.
No, the
some. You started in 03.
No, I didn't. I graduated college or high school in 2004.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yep.
Oh, you're 2 years younger than me.
My
Okay.
mother's maiden name was. My high school that I attended was
Your favorite ice
my
cream.
my first car. My favorite teacher. Sorry. I'm gonna have to shut the door because someone has arrived.
So what John was gonna get to eventually was that we were at a Green Day concert.
Yes,
Yes.
we were talking about them, and I was kind of ragging on My Chemical Romance, which you mentioned was the intro band for that.
Yes, that's the technical term, the intro band.
And so after like a very limited amount of internet sleuthing, I was able to get the May 9th, 2005 Green Day set list that somebody wrote on a website called setlist.fm, where it looks like people just basically upload their set list for different concerts, which is a pretty cool thing, like, you know,
Yeah.
because that's neat to like know that they did an Operation Ivy cover. They did the Isley Brothers Shout, make you want to shout. They must have done that at some point in the show, you know. I'm like, that's cool. And of course, they ended the show with "Time of Your Life," good riddance. So, but I went to a website called ConcertLivewire.com, which must be local or something, because the URL for this is just ConcertLivewire.com/Green Day 1, which is which is a review of the Madison.
ConcertLivewire.com is Chicago, Milwaukee, and Indiana concert reviews, photos, free MP3s, and ticket swap.
Cool. So this website probably isn't still being actively managed?
Oh, it doesn't, like, just by looking at it, it doesn't look new.
But it actually
got a very
totally
vintage
is.
vibe.
But it totally is, because they have upcoming events listed here in May and March and things. So anyway, Kiss concert review.
Oh,
When
you
was
guys,
this?
Tim Brennan of the Dropkick Murphys is doing a... Oh, no, it's not a solo show. It's an interview. You can read an interview.
Cool.
Okay.
So I'm going to read this whole review because I want you two, my two best podcast friends, to relive this concert. And I'm going to just tell you about what happened. After the screams and house-shaking lows of My Chemical Romance had echoed through the Atlantic Energy. I don't know what a house-shaking low is.
It's like low frequency noise.
Okay, it was like...
That vibrates
They
you.
just played the...
And if it's low enough, it can make you poop
They
your
just played the
pants.
brown note.
Yeah. And then if
Into
it's
the
even
line.
lower than that, it can drive you insane.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I read that on Reddit once. Somebody wrote a creepypasta about that. I'm assuming. Okay, the crowd swelled at ground level, forcing fans to the highest reaches of the building as an anxious buzz grew in the crowd.
I don't remember swelling.
Along with the humidity. Oh?
I mean, it was air conditioned.
Okay. The crowd roared when someone dressed in a pink bunny suit appeared from backstage.
Oh shit! I do remember the bunny.
Dancing around on stage and downing 2 beers, the fist-pumping, beer-drinking bunny disappeared backstage, and moments later, Green Day rushed on stage. Here we go. Billy Joe Armstrong, Mike Dent, Trey Cool, all come out, having time to eye the packed house. Frontman Billy Joe and bassist Mike Dirnt paced back and forth before slamming the speakers with American Idiot, showing no signs of fatigue from the tour. This is about the last quarter of their year-and-a-half tour. Billy Joe darted around the stage, jumping off monitor speakers and whipping guitars about. An equally energetic version of Holiday followed, and the crowd locked in and feeding off their energy. If you happen to be on the floor and you're not one of the people passed over the front rail, then you swayed at the whims of the giant mass of people crowding the stage. And this was the second song. Never letting up on the gas all night. The band and the crowd. Ooh, it was, that's live music is a two-way street.
Yeah,
the crowd's got to be in it.
Really.
I like that. I like the very obvious like crowd work he does here that could be used in any city. He exclaimed, "This is the best fucking tour we've ever had."
Yeah.
They're not mentioning the city, just that the tour's been good.
I'm sure it is. I don't even remember which city we're in. Hello, Cleveland.
But to be fair, I mean, this probably is one of their better tours because I think this was probably the height of their popularity. Because I feel like, Dookie and that was like popular, but like this was like huge.
This was them hitting mainstream.
Yeah, and we what's great about this is that I was a huge punk music snob in my early college career, and we all hung out and we were all just like, we like listen to like Black Flag and all this other stuff, and I was way into NoFX. And then, of course, like this came out, and we're like, this is pretty good though. Like it's really, they went mainstream, but it's also a really awesome album. So they did a really good job. Like, let's see here.
Also, they went mainstream, but they're probably the only one of those bands that's still touring right now.
I know. Well, they went mainstream, but they didn't like change the way that they were. Like, you know what I mean? Like they got a little bit goth, like emo-y-er with their like. Like aesthetic, but it wasn't like because like what was their aesthetic before? Like a bunch of like drunk kids puking and playing punk music. Like that wasn't really a huge aesthetic anyway.
And then they
didn't go
basically invented Hot Topic.
Yeah, I mean, kind of. Yeah, to be honest. So after playing St. Jimmy, Green Day reached deep in their musical pockets. Gotta love that writing.
That's good.
Their musical
metaphor.
Pockets. And pulled out a bunch of tunes from Dookie, taking the crowd back to the 90s with inspired versions of Longview, Basket Case, and She.
I love Longview.
I don't remember
Some
what that
fucking
one
great
like.
album. That one's like permanently in the car, Dookie. There were countless bits of entertainment for the eyes during the show in the form of lighting, pyrotechnics, Billy Joe mooning the crowd.
I don't remember that.
Did you see Billy Joe's ass?
Probably.
I probably did. I don't know.
I was pretty far away. I was in one of the balconies.
It clearly didn't have an effect on either of you.
No,
Matt had
but
to
I
get
do
his
remember the
binoculars
bunny.
out to see
So
that. Okay. And then he launched his guitar into the air. He threw it up in the air. But the music never suffered from the antics that were ultimate. This is a good sentence as well. I mean, I'm not going to rag on this guy's writing too much. He's not.
No, fuck this guy. What's he gonna do? Sue us?
That's true. Well, it's you, isn't it? You're Matt Schwenke. But
yeah.
Okay, he threw his guitar into the air, but the music never suffered from the antics that were ultimately endearing. What is that sentence?
It's a whole mess. I get what
so
he's
the
saying.
antics.
Like, okay, so the antics never got in the way of the music being good. Like, he wasn't jumping around so much that he forgot how to play guitar.
I understand that.
But then he was also endearing. It's just he's trying to fit too many things into that sentence.
That sentence has multiple objects and multiple adjectives.
It's avant-garde.
It could have been two sentences, is all I'm saying. Anyway, taking the dramatics to the top, the cape and crown came out for a crowd-pleasing shout that ended with Billy blowing kisses to the crowd. Did you catch a kiss?
Yes.
Billy Joe kiss? I'm sorry.
Still have it in my
able to
back
get
pocket.
Were you able to get that cleared up?
Yes.
Getting a bit more serious.
It's fine.
Drummer Trey Cool pounded the drum kit with a free hand waving on Wake Me Up When September Ends. And then took it up another notch in Want to Be the Minority, a pyro burst being the only thing fitting to end the song and set. Deciding very quickly to play an encore. I mean, they played like 8 fucking encore songs.
Yeah.
The crowd was slowly calmed down with the solemn yet lovely Boulevard of Broken Dreams. And the Queen Classic, which is also solemn but lovely, We Are the Champions. Green Day is simply one of the best acts touring today. That tour is probably one of the best like tours of that era of music. Like, because that was a great album.
I'd have trouble like coming up.
Like
with
if you want a pop punk tour, that was it. That was like the one to see. I mean, of course, there's also what is it called? What's the festival?
Lollapalooza?
No. What's the tour? Wicked Tour? What was it called?
Warped Tour.
Warp Tour. Thank you. That was really big at that time. Let's see, what was the Warped Tour 2005 lineup? I'm so excited to see this. The Vans Warped Tour. Oh,
was
my
Blink
God.
still together?
Oh, God,
at
it
the
was
time?
brought to you by Vans.
Or are they still making...
What
still
is
trying
this
to
shit?
make excuses for Tom. Or not Tom, Travis.
Okay,
No,
we're
not Travis.
gonna get off this Wikipedia
Tom, yeah.
page.
Tom Green.
All right, I want the...
No, the lead of Blink-182.
This is actually really...
Tom Sizemore.
I wasn't planning
I
on
don't
like
think it's his
getting into this so deeply, but Billboard has a whole article about the 2005 Warped Tour, and they were this is the summer punk went pop, which is totally it.
That is true.
It was.
In retrospect, they were completely accurate.
This is, they have a huge long. Man, I'm gonna link this article in the. You wanna talk about the Discord?
Hey, go to YOLO420.com/born in the 80s, all lowercase. YOLO420.
So anyway, you can find this super long
80s.
article. I can't really get through it, but they talk about that. But I want to get what the lineup is. But they talk about someone was quoted saying this was the moon landing for this genre of music. I mean, basically,
I don't know what that metaphor means.
it was the
guess
first giant leap.
Everyone was gathered around their TVs.
Oh, this is so good.
Oh, no, what they meant was this is a big thing that everybody's looking at, and pretty soon we're not going to do it anymore.
Okay, here we go. Lineup announced for the Vans Warped Tour 2005. Get ready to set your senses back to 2005 and these bands you're about to hear. And
they all sound like...
Yep. No Blink-182 in this, but God, this is just bringing me back. All right. Okay, number one, I think this must have been the big headliner, The Offspring. That makes sense.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I still love Offspring to this day.
Yep.
Yeah. Great.
Transplants.
I don't
know that
remember
band.
them.
My Chemical Romance, of course.
Okay.
I think they probably opened for Green Day in the latter half of that tour, probably, because they had a bunch of other bands. All American Rejects.
Mm-hmm.
The Starting Line.
What the fuck?
Senses Fail.
Nope. No
Bled.
idea. No idea.
The Explosion.
Nope.
That's a real generic band name. Okay, Dropkick Murphys. We all know that.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Thrice.
Never heard of them.
Okay, here are a couple. We got a couple bands here that didn't get popular until after this, but we have MXPX, which I was kind of into. Avenged Sevenfold, which really didn't blow up until like 2007-ish.
Yeah.
Something Corporate. I forgot that Something Corporate was a band that I used to listen to, but now I remember them.
I don't recall them, but I would probably recognize their music.
Strung Out, and then Hawthorne Heights. Probably my favorite band on this list, Atreyu.
Okay.
Which is the good version of the next band, Fall Out Boy. The Fall Out Boy for adults or intellectuals. Motion City Soundtrack. Tsunami Bomb, The Matches, Horror Pops, Under Oath, and more confirmed. And there's a bunch of really weird... Oh, wait, what is this? Fanscape? The Vans Warped Tour? Okay. There's some awesome bands in here that weren't part of that list. I'm just going through this. Funeral for a Friend. I don't know that band, but I remember
The name
that
sounds
name.
familiar.
Yeah. There's Millencolin, which is an awesome fucking band, and they're not listed. Reliant K, which is a Jesus band, a Jesus punk.
Yep.
That I
have heard of that.
I was
That
into in
junk.
high school.
Oh, you mean a J-punk band?
Yeah, J-punk. But I think that's most of the... I'm just seeing if there are any names that got bigger after this tour. Nah, not really. Oh, what a tour, huh? That was competing with that tour for Green Day. It was at the same time. What a fucking year for that type of music, though.
Oh, yeah.
Bringing you back. God, I gotta look at that tour list and just get a little bit of that. They got a tour compilation album, 2005. I'm sure that's pretty good. Hey, man, I'm sure it's great.
Isn't it crazy how we just happen to be coming of age during the greatest time in musical history and all other music sucks?
I don't know if I'd say that. I mean, I like that type of music a lot, but like...
It's because we came of age during that time.
Yes.
Oh man, the 2006 tour though, and No Effects, man, love to see them. They don't really perform live anymore. Oh boy, that was the big one though. I think looking at the Casualties. Oh man. Anyway, I was way into punk music in that time, and I feel like I can't say I was cool because again, I arrived at punk music through horrible Jesus-y punk music.
Well, I was a big fan of band nerd punk, which I guess is ska.
Yes, correct.
I was like, oh, it's rock and roll with brass instruments. I know how to play one of those.
Yeah, skank was ska, which involved
skanking is what you do when you're listening to ska.
But it was definitely the nerdy punk. There was that's how you know that the genre was so huge. That's kind of the way rap is right now.
Yeah.
The genre is so huge that there are very distinct and still very popular subgenres within.
And they're still morphing and evolving to this day.
Yeah.
I only listen to SoundCloud. Tekashi 6ix9ine.
Tekashi 6ix9ine?
Yeah.
He's classic. He was like R. Kelly. Hold my beer.
Arrested? Yeah.
Yeah, he's the one that like.
And then R. Kelly's like, all right, my turn. Yes. Let's see here. I mean, I think at least luckily for Mr. Takeshi 6ix9ine, he isn't involved in what's happening in the video. He just videoed it and shared it on Instagram for some fucking reason.
Oh.
Yeah.
I know literally
R. Kelly
nothing
actively.
About this case.
Oh, okay. You can look up. I don't really want to get into it because it's horrible. But
so is his name actually pronounced 6ix9ine?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. That's how.
That's what he says.
6ix9ine. No, he just has a speech impediment. I'm also a big fan of XXXTentacion.
I'm trying to think of how I got to like pop punk. Maybe it was like Red Hot Chili Peppers and Foo Fighters is kind of where I was started because I was way into both of those in high school.
Yeah, Red Hot Chili Peppers where I started. This was my first album I ever bought.
Well, I know I started listening to like early Green Day because that's the stuff my brother was listening to.
Yeah, I got into that in high school as well.
And like early Weezer and Green Day stuff.
You can thank Adam Ham for having that influence on me. He turned me on to the Green Day.
What was the first album you guys bought?
I actually have a good first album, and then a dreadful second album. So, I'll go first. So my first album.
I have to figure out what it was called.
My first album is an incredibly awesome first album for a music lover, and I'm so glad I bought it first. But it was "Licensed to Ill" by the Beastie Boys.
Nice.
And it's a fucking amazing album, and I can't believe it's the first album I bought. And it was because I think around that time, no, that was like 89, I think, or 88. So I was in summer camp, and the counselor that was my summer camp counselor for our cabin was way into the Beastie Boys, and he'd play it all the time. And I thought he was really cool, and it must have, and this is like 6 or 7 years after the fact, but, he was like high schooler, so... he was way into Beastie Boys, and I wanted the album when I got home, so I bought it when I was like, I think probably 11 or 12. So like 96-ish. Yeah, so, yep, that's my first album. My second album was the delightful Limp Bizkit album.
Hey.
The Nookie album, I think.
We all enjoyed it at the time.
What was that album, though?
It wasn't Nookie, was it?
No, what was it called?
Was it
Significant Other? Right?
Okay, there you go.
Right? No. It was like had an alien on the cover.
Kid.
I don't... Why am I'm going to get on a list for Googling
album.
this.
That's fine. I'm doing it right now. Significant Other?
It was
99?
Significant Other.
Yeah.
Okay. That was...
It wasn't Chocolate Starfish and Hot Dog Flavored Water.
No, that one's not good. I did not buy that. That was an album that I didn't buy because when that came out, everyone had Napster.
There you go. Yep.
Yeah. It's really weird that, like, what Fred Durst is doing now.
What's he doing now?
He's a film director.
Okay.
He actually directed a couple very well-received films.
That's cool.
Yeah, I mean, good for him.
Matt, did you figure out what your first album was?
Yes. My first album was Rainbow by Mariah Carey. That is not a joke. I don't remember. Let me look at the track listing and see if I can figure out why I bought it.
I'm trying to think if it had the one song I can remember from her.
It must have had one
early.
song that was really popular.
I know the song. It plays at my work.
It's Heartbreaker.
Now I can't think of it.
Can't Take That Away. Bliss. How Much After Tonight. Ex-Girlfriend. Heartbreaker Remix. Vulnerability Interlude. Against All Odds. Did I Do That? Petals. Rainbow. And Thank God I Found You.
You know, it's not the one I was thinking. And now I can't remember what the song I'm thinking of is. But that's fine.
I think probably the second one I bought was the Britney Spears. I think it must have been like her debut album. But it was like the early one.
What?
I mean, in retrospect...
I understand. Do you just want the poster that was in the CD cover?
I don't know. There must have been one song that I liked, and I was like, I've heard this on Z104, local pop radio station.
Yeah, I was 101.1 up in Green Bay. I mean, this is all hindsight, but in hindsight, Britney was the moves, Christina was the voice, and Jessica Simpson was the brainless looks.
I couldn't tell you one Jessica Simpson song.
You're not missing anything. Just remember she played Daisy Duke in the Dukes of Hazzard remake.
Yeah, I never saw that either.
I did.
So Fred Durst directed the 2007 drama The Education of Charlie Banks.
I heard that was
starred
good.
Jesse Eisenberg and Jason Ritter. It was well received. It didn't make any money box office because I don't think it was really released, but it did play at a few film festivals and I believe received a little bit of attention. And then he directed after that the next year the film The Long Shots with Ice Cube. I think it's a family movie. It looks like there's a child on the cover. Seems like a football movie.
Yeah, I think so.
Anyway,
Tom
and then I was like,
is finding aliens, so it could be worse.
And then but then I was like, oh, he only directed 2 movies because in 2009 he went back to Limp Bizkit performing.
Just when he thought he was out.
He had to get back in. Oh, in 2012 he appeared on the Insane Clown Posse cover album, Smothered, Covered, and Chunked. Oof.
I still think to this day, going back to the first movie that that Durst directed, I still think to this day that Scott Pilgrim vs. the World would have been better with Jesse Eisenberg instead of Michael Cera.
Oh, you're so unbelievably wrong, but
I don't know, it's hard
whatever.
to tell.
No, because I don't think Cera has the cocky down, and at least in the comics, I'm going to be that guy. At least in the comics, Scott Pilgrim was unbelievably confident and cocky, and he just doesn't pull off the confident very well. He does the kind of the more unsure, whatever.
I guess I like the way he did it, so I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I kind of said who was my first album, but not what it was.
Oh, okay.
So the Red Hot Chili Peppers, it was Californication was my first album.
Ooh, I bought that one as well.
Not their best album, but definitely like second or third. It's not Blood Sugar Sex Magic.
No.
It's not.
But Californication's really fucking good. There's a lot of great.
There's a lot of great songs. Not just the 2 that got popular. There's a lot of good stuff there. My second one was actually Incubus, Make Yourself, which is all right.
I had a Foo Fighters album, and I don't remember the name of it. The one from around like the early 2000s. There's Nothing Left to Lose, the 99 one.
Okay.
Which is the one with, I think, Learn to Fly and a couple other albums on it. Yeah, Learn to Fly, Breakout, Give Me Stitches. Yeah, some really good ones. Living Skin. Next Year's really good. Generator. Yeah, that was a really good album. I was way into them. I don't know. I guess I went from Limp Bizkit to Foo Fighters. Anyway, so that's our musical histories, huh?
Yeah.
Matt, this is your little musical history. What's that?
I think it was Heartbreaker that made me buy the album.
I mean, classic song.
So anyway, how's everybody else doing?
Oh, I had an incident at work the other day.
Oh boy.
I'm gonna slow play this.
Okay.
Because I work at a thrift shop.
Sorry, before you get into that, I remember another detail about this.
Yeah,
I had to sneakily buy this album because it was adult. It had to fucking be old enough to buy it.
Explicit content?
Explicit
I did
content.
that with my Kid Rock album.
So we couldn't go to Walmart and buy it because Walmart would not sell unedited music, which was such BS when you grow up in small town Midwest. So Shopko sold the unedited music.
Those godless heathens at Shopko.
And so I went to Shopko and purchased that. They didn't do an age check. I was like I would carry it up, I like bought a couple other things, some magazines, some other stuff. And I was like, just throwing that in there, just, check it out.
Yeah, it sounds like a magazine about renovating porches. And
well, because I thought
I'm old.
I thought that you could get in trouble for trying to buy an album that was that, but that never was the case.
No, I think it was just a store policy.
It was just video games and movies that required an age check.
And that's still just a store policy.
Correct. Video games don't have that. Movies don't either have a requirement for purchase, but I think it's one of those store policy things that's pretty universal. Whereas music never really had a universal store policy.
But going to see a movie in the theater, that's a legal thing, right? I think that's actually...
I don't know.
It is. Whoa, I don't know if it's a legal thing. I don't think so.
It's just like the theater will get in trouble if a secret shopper gets in.
We're not gonna let the kids in because we'll make sure the parents are okay with it. So it's gotta be with your parent.
Yeah, well, I think the Motion Picture Association of America, like the MPAA, who sets the ratings, I think that they would be like, if the movie theater is doing this, we're gonna pull our
Yeah, so that's with the ratings. There's you don't have to get rated, but if you don't, then the MPAA
then nobody will play
connections. They'll be like, well, we have agreements with all these theaters, so fuck you.
Because I think in that respect, the MPAA is also the it's not just the ratings board. It's also the it's the labor association for all of the motion pictures, whereas for video games, it's actually an independent organization. The ESRB is funded by the ESA, the Entertainment Software Association. The video game, there's a better word for it. Essentially, it's the lobbyist community. But they're funded by a grant or by a trust, and they are self-sufficient at that point.
The video game guild.
Video game one, yeah. The ESRB is self-sufficient. MPAA, that's completely integrated with the labor board.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll think of it, actually what the word is later. I just can't think of it right now.
It's a cabal.
It's not a union. It's kind of a guild, kind of like the Screen Actors Guild, but it's for the a society? Oh, whatever. Anyway, so
What was your incident?
I had an incident at my work.
Okay.
So as you guys know, I work at a thrift shop, which for the most part, it's clothing. Because every thrift shop is mostly clothing. That's where most of our sales comes from.
Yeah.
So
it's only a problem when that Macklemore fella shows up.
Yeah, were you going to pop some tags?
Yeah. He's going to pop some tags and our policies.
Okay, stop.
And our
yep,
policy
go.
says we can't sell those items.
I just want to say this. Here are the lyrics from this song that was popular.
This is a game called Let's Derail TJ as much as possible.
Walk into the club like, what up? I got a big cock. That's the lyrics from the song. Nah, I'm just
talking about
pumped.
his pet chicken.
Nah, I'm just pumped. Bought some shit from a thrift shop. He's rhyming cock with shop, first off. Anyway, ice. Oh, this is the worst rhyming I've ever seen. Ice on the fringe is so damn frosty. People like, damn, that's a cold ass honky. Frosty and honky. Okay.
It's all in the delivery, John.
All right, here's a good rhyme. Rolling in hella deep. Ugh. Headed to the mezzanine. Dressed in all pink except my gator shoes. Those are green. See, there's an actual rhyme. Well, here we go. Check this out. Draped in a leopard mink. Girl standing next to me. Probably should have watched this. Smell like R. Kelly's sheets. Oh, he's talking about
Topical.
piss. But shit, it was 99 cents. Bag it, copying it. Okay, blah, blah. Who cares? This is fucking, he talks about his cock literally in the first thing. It's a little strong, I think. I think my parents were listening to this song. Like, they must have been edited for the radio.
Yeah, there was definitely a radio edit.
So anyway, I'm going to take your grandpa's style. That's the thing. Can I have your hand-me-downs? John Wayne ain't got nothing on my fringe game. Hell no. Anyway.
Oh, there goes my face. Anyway.
All right, let's get to your actual thrift shop problems.
As we were, as one of my guys was noticing we actually had a kilt tagged as a women's skirt.
Oh, nice.
It was a boy's kilt, so we got that fixed. Randomly, the talk of general pantaloons, pants, trousers, whatever, kind of came up. And I'm like, yeah, if I wasn't here, typically what I'd be wearing is jean shorts.
Okay.
Apparently...
Okay, John Cena.
Apparently... young people have an aversion to jean shorts, or maybe I'm the wrong one.
You're the wrong one.
No, it's the children who are wrong.
Let alone the fact that they're calling them jorts now, which I don't see why. They're just jean shorts.
We've been through this already. Like, jean shorts already made their ironic comeback in the early 2000s.
You are having...
It's not about a comeback. I'm just not letting them go. Right. They're my thing.
TJ... So, jean shorts are what I wore as a Boy Scout in high school at camp.
Yes.
That was my cargo shorts days.
When I was in high school, I had a pair of FUBU jean shorts because I didn't know what it meant.
For them, for me, says Matt.
I was like, I like the way that these legs are shaped because they're like long and skinny.
Yeah. I like the Airwent, like, jean shorts, I think were not ironic in, like, what, the 90s probably?
Yeah.
And then cargo shorts kind of took over in the 2000s. And that's what I wore a lot of, cargo shorts. Yeah. And now those have gone out of favor for boat shorts, which are fucking awful.
What are boat shorts?
Oh, I think that's what they're called, right?
Khaki, like Dockers.
They're like the shorter cut shorts.
I don't like the shorter cut. I like
right? Isn't that what boat? Yeah, men's boat shorts.
Oh yeah, I had a pair of those.
Yeah. They're like the cargo shorts, except for they don't have the cargo part, and they are shorter. They're above the knee generally.
They're less functional.
Whereas cargo shorts were almost always at the knee level at the bottom.
Okay.
So
I might have a pair of boat shorts here. Actually.
I mean, they're fine.
I just
they're
didn't
just
know
not
what they were.
Cargo shorts.
I'm not relinquishing my jorts.
TJ, you'll pry the jorts from my cold, dead hands.
I just wish... It's hot enough that I want to wear shorts, but TJ, I want them to not breathe at all.
I'm going to give you a promise right now, TJ. First off, I have food on my face, and none of you guys said anything.
I can't
we're
tell.
just so used to it.
New phone.
I'm just covered in food.
I had a cheese-filled burrito before we started, so I was just focusing on myself, trying to make sure I didn't have cheese all over my face. I made salmon.
I think this is some of the soy sauce glaze. Oh my god, I gotta get it off now because I'm looking at my face. No, I gotta look at my face. It's gone now? Okay. Wait, is it?
You look very pretty.
New phone, who dis?
Okay, there we go. It's gone.
Okay.
So sorry, I had to get that fixed because it was bothering me. No, yeah, I mean it's like boat shorts are like cargo shorts but smaller, so they're not for me. I want them big ass cargo shorts, baby. I need all those pockets. Put my like your
Cyberco.
TJ, I wanted to give you a promise here. TJ, when you die before me, I am going to promise
next couple of years.
I'm going to promise that I will visit the funeral, and I'm going to wait. Are you going to be buried into the earth?
I guess. I just don't need a casket. That's a waste of money.
Okay, so you want to be okay? So this is TJ's living will.
I think if you get buried, not only do you have to get a casket, but you also have to be in like a dumb concrete box.
Okay, so first of all, embalming is stupid.
Okay,
yeah, that's true.
Second of all, even the care for the body doesn't have to happen at the funeral director's office. You can actually do home self-care for bodies. That most states will let you do it.
Okay.
Number 3, burial can be wherever. I don't really give a crap. Just body. Let me decompose.
Just throw me in the trash.
But the problem is it doesn't matter if you don't give a crap because there's like all kinds of dumb laws for that.
No, not as much as you think.
Really?
Not as many as you think. I've listened to an Adam Ruins Everything podcast episode that kind of went into a lot of this.
I think honestly,
that's good,
I would say
I just want to be composted.
I want to say,
and that is legit. You can do that.
I want to say, don't donate my body to science.
Oh yeah.
But I want on the inside of my body to have tattooed like some hilarious phrase, so that when they open me up to do like the cadaver thing, there's like a joke in there.
Yeah, that was my other thing. I want to be donated to a body farm.
But I also like want them to say, "You cannot make fun of the size of my penis." That is written into the rule. No one will be joking about the size of my hog after I'm dead.
John, you should have Lost tattooed inside you.
Lost?
No, Lost. The 4-panel
yes.
comic.
Yes.
Oh. Have it engraved onto your rib cage.
Yeah.
I was reading. I was every new post reading Control-Delete, up to and past Lost.
I want to get goatsy.cx's URL like put on there, so that some fucking medical student's like, "What's this?" and it's just a fucking gaping asshole.
But it's like a Bitly link that redirects, so they don't know what it is.
Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna have it set up as part of my death trust to make a website to own people to do that. I also want the URL put on my tombstone that it won't exist because I'm probably
also gonna get one of those like dead man switches that deletes all your social media. And then just says, "Here, go to this link to see all of my memories," and it's Goatsy.
I honestly think that I would want the brain or head cryogenically frozen thing, if I could afford it. Because why not? Because I want to come back in a fucking robot in like 1,000 years, if that's possible when I die. Because I'd want to roll the dice.
I'm just planning on never dying.
Well, that's a good plan as well. So you don't have to think about this. But anyway, TJ, to get back to my point.
Yes.
So you're not going to be whatever. You might get cremated.
Be displayed, but whatever. You know.
Are you going to get cremated or
probably
no?
not? Just.
Okay.
What about like taxidermy?
I will make sure
you could be in one of those poses like a bear at a cabin.
There's some laws for taxidermy and bodies. But,
oh, damn it.
But you have to check your state and local laws, please.
Check your state and local laws, everyone listening. But the TJ, all right. So I will get a lock of your hair or something, and I will
get a
I will
slice
bury
of your jorts.
It in a pair. No, I'm going to get a pair of jean shorts, put your hair in them lovingly, and then bury the jean shorts
They have to be jean shorts with his hair woven into the fabric.
Where would you like the jean shorts? Your jean shorts memorial.
Where do you want your jean shorts scattered?
I want it to be a tree. So you plant it with a sapling.
in the shorts.
Yeah.
We'll bunch up the shorts and put a little sapling in there.
Yeah.
And this will be the TJ Jorts tree. A little plaque with a pair of jorts. And then somebody will be like, did John Cena die here? And TJ will forever be cursed. But you can haunt people that visit the tree. That's how that works. Oh, man. So what was your incident in your store?
No, they're just making fun of me for liking jorts.
Oh, okay. Okay, I thought maybe there was
jorts
like
are very practical.
No, I intentionally wanted to slow play that.
Are there a lot of jorts in your store?
No.
No,
There's
wow.
not.
You'd think there would because they last for fucking ever.
Yeah, but the problem with men's clothes in general is the fact that we will wear them till we wear it out.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's not something that would be.
I was going to say.
In my store.
I was going to say I have jean shorts in my closet that are from high school that I absolutely cannot fit into, but for some reason I'm still holding on to because maybe I'll wear them someday.
Yeah.
That's not the case. When we moved, all that shit got thrown away.
I bought the shirt in 2004.
Yeah. Oh, I've got plenty of shirts from high school that I still wear.
Yeah,
but the
this
jean
is one of my
shorts
newer
did not
t-shirts.
work.
I only bought it like 3 years ago.
I know.
This shirt can drive next year.
Yeah. Nice. That's how old we are. All right. So, okay, we got off on a lot of tangents there.
But jorts.
I gotta write this down.
The TJ Jorts tree.
The Jorts tree.
Just refer back to this podcast if we need to. This is a legally binding podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Please.
So I want my head to be frozen if it's financially possible.
Yeah.
I don't need the whole body. I don't want any of this going on to the 2.0. This is fine.
Okay. You want a robot body.
Give it a tune-up, too. Like, get some nanomachines in there, clean up some of the plaque that's already going on, I'm sure. You know, give me a brain boost.
All that
what is that?
Like,
what is that Joe Rogan's always doing? All those supplements that he's always talking about? Give me those things.
Yeah, just inject it with a bunch of No, not GHB. HGH. GHB is the date rape drug.
He died for a really dumb reason.
Yeah.
I'm just writing down all the stuff we talked about so I can keep it good.
Yeah.
Because I need to do this because when I
just put me in the body of Bane.
Of Bane?
Yeah.
That would be good. And that's how I die because I'm Batman.
Now, because
in the future we're enemies. What?
I know we just randomly talked about something, and I know you kind of led it, but you really haven't done one of your topics today. Unless Matt's got something you want to jump into.
I got stuff, but we can do John first.
Oh, I've got something I want to get into.
Hey, John, what do you have to say about Killing Eve?
Oh, God. We're going to get into Killing Eve. Okay.
Isn't my conversation so natural?
So
I really want to know what you wanted to get into.
I do want to mention kilts. You mentioned a kilt.
Kilting.
What are the appropriate places to wear a kilt?
On your waist.
That's really about it. I mean, really, anywhere is, as long as it's done right.
The appropriate places to wear a kilt are at a Scottish wedding or a Scottish funeral. No other options. Unless you're in fucking Scotland.
That's not true. What about a utility-kilts have different rules.
If you wear a utility kilt, you need to
wear it to your IT job.
You need to wear the utility kilt
to GameStop.
And then the people that wear the utility kilt will need to turn themselves into my government where they will be immediately killed.
Wait, is utility kilt the official kilt of men going their own way?
Oh, probably. I'm sure it is.
Anyway, I'm just joking.
Yeah.
Because people will be like, the kilts were what the Scottish warriors would wear. I'm like, yeah, you're a real fucking Scottish warrior here in your goddamn fucking utility.
Did you know that Scottish families they had plaid patterns that were like their crest. So like
yes, the tartan was a family color.
Yeah,
like you had your own like.
So you couldn't wear like if you could just go around wearing a plaid kilt, you're probably like shitting on somebody's family.
Yeah. That's fucking badass. Like that's awesome. That's cool. Like if it's like original, but like people like trying to wear. It's like, dude, hey man. It's 2019. If you want to wear a skirt, wear a skirt. No one's going to judge you. Just a kilt.
Well,
kilt
no one
is
that
like
matters.
A traditional dress. Like
I can't fit into a pencil skirt though. Is a problem.
Oh, so you need like a Sharpie skirt?
Yeah, like
what you're saying?
Yeah, like not even like the fine point Sharpies, like kind of like a chisel edge Sharpie.
Those fucking thick ass. That's okay. I need one of those giant like magic markers.
Yeah. I got this like this Sharpie paint pen, so like that.
Oh, there you go.
What are those? Oh, right here. I need one of these bad boys, the king size.
Oh, there you go.
Sharpie king size permanent marker.
I'm just gonna smell this real quick.
I literally am smelling mine right now.
I knew this was gonna happen.
Oh, that's strong. That's strong.
All right, I'm ready to podcast. Woo!
Woo! Woo! All right,
I don't have my spray. I'm sorry.
All right, I got a good edit.
I'm walking on sunshine
from the loud.
Walking on sunshine.
Oh my God, is that lady dead? I'm sorry. Let's get off the topic.
I think we looked her up and she got clean or something.
Yeah, probably. No, that was the mom that was drinking mouthwash. But
all right,
I didn't look up the Walking on Sunshine lady. She may be dead.
Well,
but
you
anyway,
tell your story and I'll look her up.
Okay, Walking on Sunshine, My Strange Addiction, or just like addiction or intervention. It was one of those two shows. All right, I'll talk about my thing.
Yep. Talk about your thing.
Killing Eve. Have either of you heard of the television program of the year of our Lord 2018, Killing Eve?
No, I really haven't. I have no clue what it is at all.
Matt, have you heard of Killing Eve, or did Matt walk off?
I've heard of it, but I don't know what it is.
So Killing Eve is a BBC America show, I think. And I think it also aired in England, but I think it was like a BBC America production. I don't know how that works. But anyway, it stars Sandra Oh as like a MI6 analyst type job. She's just like pretty like desk jobby thing at MI6. But it's based on, I guess, a series of novels called the Villanelle novels. Or, gosh dang it. Villanelle.
He's the guy that directed Fifth Element, right?
No. Codename Villanelle is the book. Luke Jennings. Anyway, it's basically, the show is, there's all these like murders happening, like assassinations happening of these like high level people, and she's like thinking they're all connected, and she's just like your typical low level analyst, but she's digging too deep, and eventually she gets like Sandra Oh's character gets like not sidetracked. She gets assigned. She gets stopped, and she's like, "Go do your day job," where she's basically running as like a, not protection, but like she's the like keeper for like some witness that they have in England, basically at a hospital. And so the way that this series is done that's really cool is that she's like the main character, and also the assassin lady that they call Villanelle is the other main character, and you see a lot of stuff from her perspective of her ruthlessly murdering the shit out of people, and being the actress Jodie Comer, who plays that lady, is so incredibly unnerving in this show. Like, she's just got this like face. I think, she has this look of like, I don't know how to describe it. Her eyes are just like, don't look like a human's eyes, I guess. She looks like she's not like a person, like a machine, but then she can like turn it on and become someone else. Like, she's just this like assassin. Like, she speaks like 20 languages, and she's also fucking crazy. And so basically they meet because the person who Sandra Oh is trying to protect is murdered by Villanelle, and she kind of sees her in the hospital and doesn't realize it was her until afterwards. She's like, I think I saw her. And it goes all the way down the rabbit hole of these two. But it's an incredible show because it is very much a cat and mouse game between this like middle-aged kind of trying to have like her midlife crisis of, I've been a desk pencil pusher analyst at the MI6 this whole time, and now actually I'm interested in a case. I want to get in on it. And so she's like, getting way into it. And there's this assassin who basically becomes obsessed with her because she's the only person that like kind of made all the connections and is starting to follow her. And it's kind of like a cat and mouse game between the two where you kind of see both sides at the same time. So it's just really like well put together. The music is great. It's directed well. It goes all over Europe, like Russia, Italy, like all these different locales. It's just a really cool show. And Sandra Oh is incredible. I think she won the Golden Globe for her acting in it. It's just awesome. Like, it's just a great, like, British spy thriller starring, like, women, and it's just great. And the ensemble cast is good. The lady who plays Villanelle is just like equal parts. She's like the crazy sexy, if that makes sense.
Okay.
She's like obvious, like, she's like I get like a praying mantis. Like she'd kill you afterwards, kind of thing. So there's this like allure to her because she's just so out there, but so obviously talented and smart, but like just has something off. And that's kind of the whole point of the show, is that she's kind of obsessed with this killer to the point where I don't want to get into where the story goes because it's definitely worth a watch. And I know season 2 is actually going to be on AMC in the US, as well as BBC in the UK. So definitely worth checking out. I'm really excited to watch the second season. But yeah, if you want some awesome like spy thriller action, like, it's great. So highly recommend it. Thank you for bringing it up. Had that on my list for a while. I like binged that seriously in like 3 days. I think it's like
it sounds really intense.
It's British, so I think there's like 8 episodes, maybe 10.
Oh, it's a long British season.
I know it is. It's usually like 4.
Well, it's everybody's favorite time of the podcast. We do it every week. It's time for the Allison update, where we follow up on Allison from the show Intervention and see where she is now.
No.
So as of 2015, which is the most recent thing I found,
okay,
she was recovered, being an interventionalist herself, and was in school gaining her master's degree in psychology.
Oh, that sounds right.
I also saw, where is it? I also saw this other thing where she was talking to like a recovery center about being on the show. And she was like, yeah, I didn't find out I was on the show until I got to rehab. Then this kid was like, oh, that's the new chick from Intervention. And I'm like, what's Intervention? They showed me an episode and I almost dropped out. I was like, oh my God, no. But yep, they called me and said that they were doing a show for people in medical school, that they wanted to do a show on addiction and what addiction does to a person. And I was like, sure, I'll totally do that because I was once on the path to go to medical school myself. So they didn't even tell her what the fucking thing was for. They're just like, hey, do you want to do this service for people going to school for medicine?
Wow.
Yeah, reality TV, man.
God, I get a real strong urge to sniff this thing again.
Do it.
No.
Do it.
It's bad for me.
Do it.
No.
It's better to burn out than fade away.
I'm walking on sunshine. Anyway.
And now that's funny and not tragic because we know she's probably fine.
Oh, that's good. Well, if she's dead, it's not from what we saw.
No.
She was able to. Maybe again she's having problems, but
yeah,
at least she recovered initially, so it wasn't like.
It's probably just terror. That's what everybody's dying of these days.
Terror?
Yeah, terrorists.
Oh, okay.
I watch Fox News.
Oh, okay. That's good. That's where we're at in this show. Can I want to bring up a thing.
Is it Curiosity Incorporated?
It isn't. We'll talk about that later. What I want to bring, I know you're curious. I want to bring up a segment of the, or not a segment, a game we used to play on this show that I completely forgot about, but I want to revive now. Do you guys remember Born in the 80s 5 Faves?
Yes, I do.
Yes.
Yeah. So if, for people that haven't listened to like 50 episodes ago when the last time we probably played this,
it was probably about a good 9 months ago.
I'm looking at the Google Doc I have these names saved in and seeing how old it is. But I'm trying to make it topical because the Oscars happened last night.
Yep.
So I unfortunately don't have any Oscar winners in my 5 faves list, nor could I find any that weren't like super ancient, like from like a long time ago that they were written. So I'm trying to go a little more topical. This one is actually 10 years old. This was written 2009.
Okay.
So this is a male actor. But I will say that he is doing movies now.
Okay.
He was doing TV then, doing movies now. So that may be a pretty good hint.
Okay.
Somebody's transitioned into films.
Okay.
So here are this person's 5 favorite films.
Chris Pratt.
You have to wait for me to say what their 5 favorite films are, and you'll obviously know it's not Chris Pratt based on the first 4 films I'll say. First film, Kramer vs. Kramer, 1979.
Okay.
I was one of those kids who'd never seen an indie film before going to college. If it wasn't big, huge tentpole movie, or if it wasn't on the radio, I hadn't experienced it. Weird that he would say if it wasn't on the radio. I'm assuming if there weren't ads on the radio for it.
Yeah.
Then in college, I started getting into independent movies, which led me to the classic movies, which led me to all sorts of different stuff. The 1970s movies for me were only discovered as little as 6 or 7 years ago. Oh, he's telling his age in 2009. He was in college 6 or 7 years ago.
Okay.
So Kramer vs. Kramer, some of the greatest writing I've ever seen, some of the gutsiest performances. It's just so Kramer vs. Kramer is an incredible movie. I have seen it as well. So quintessential about what the 1970s were for this movie were for me. It's just this unfiltered raw energy, and despite how beautiful that movie is, and obviously it's a well done movie, the fact is that they're not making movies like this anymore. Kramer vs. Kramer is about a horrible relationship. It's a really tough situation for a father to be in. And for everyone who went and saw the movie, there's this weird understanding or commiseration with anger. I think people might have been angry or willing to see angry movies. Do you guys know what Kramer vs. Kramer is about?
It's about a divorce, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's really good. It's
I think I saw it in college too.
It's Dennis Hoffman? Yeah. And Meryl Streep. And she basically just leaves. She like kind of has a midlife crisis and leaves. And she was like the stay-at-home mom for this kid. And Kramer, I don't remember his first name.
The wacky neighbor from
Mr. Kramer.
No, Mr. Kramer. The Dennis Hoffman character is like a high-powered lawyer guy in New York, and he doesn't really have time for this kid, but he basically has to care for the kid now because his wife literally just walked out in the middle of the night. And so he ends up like, it starts off, it's an incredibly like touching movie because it's this man learning to become a father through this, this wife who just left, like she just went off. And he learns to kind of be a dad, and it's all this, he starts seeing another woman, who he bonds through their children meeting each other, and it's all this incredibleness. His kid has an emergency accident where he falls, and like, there's a scene of him running through the street with the kid in his arms. It's an incredible movie. But the end of the movie is Meryl Streep comes back. She wants a divorce, and she sues for custody of the kid who she abandoned. And it's all the court drama at the end. And obviously the movie has an angry ending because she wins, because women almost always win the custody battle.
Yep.
Court proceedings, just because that's the way it was. When you obviously see in this movie how incredible of a father he was these last like few years, or the last year or two. I think it's a while that she's gone. And then of course the ending is good because she basically just says you can have the kid even though she won. So it's really good. And Meryl Streep's really good in it and stuff. Anyway, so that's a great movie. Speaking of divorcing and family drama movies, here's another one, Ordinary People from 1980. Timothy Hutton turns one of the best male performances I've ever seen. And that family dynamic was so subtle in what could have been a really angsty movie. Everything from the way it was shot to the way it was acted. John Bailey was actually the DP on my movie.
Double Penetration.
I'm not going to say what he did in that movie because that would give it away. And was saying that when they shot the psychiatrist scenes, he started out with the camera right over their shoulders and then moved the camera back slowly and changed the lighting because he said that if you've been going to therapy for months, then the lighting would be different every time of the same day, which is interesting. Yeah. He was like, I thought that was insane that someone would think of that while filming. You know, that as the day would go on, the lighting would have to change in the room. I was like, oh man, that's what cinematographers think about. You know, like director of photography is like, hey, would be the realistic way. So you like that movie? 1982, The Verdict, which is a Paul Newman movie. I think the probability of one of the most inspirational movies for me is because of Paul Newman's performance. I think that is, to me, some of the best, most controlled acting in the movie. I think that he has incredible likability. Even though he's a drunk, washed-up lawyer, you're still rooting for him from the very beginning. I'm sort of a weird guy who will watch a movie almost every day if I can. It's harder when you're working on a show, which of course he's talking about a show that he's in at this point. I buy a lot of movies on used DVDs so I can have certain scenes. I was really looking for things to inspire me. When I got out of college, I was waiting tables professionally and couldn't afford to go to the theater every night. I think those great movies can actually make you feel a certain way, not only emotionally, but if you're in this business, it's one of those things you see something and do something good that buys you a year of energy. That's what I'm really looking for, the performance. I know it sounds cliche, but I wanted to bask in the glow of some of these amazing acting performances, like those of Dustin Hoffman in the movie he just talked about, or Paul Newman, or Marlon Brando in a movie he's about to talk about. To get back to what I was saying before, the 70s is that raw energy. It almost is frustrating now that people aren't making more movies like that because people won't go to see them. On the Waterfront, 1954. That movie for me was my Marlon Brando experience before The Godfather, before Streetcar. It's weird to be living in a modern world where acting has changed. Movies have changed so much, and yet you can still see what defined Brando in his performance. If I told you that so-and-so was the first person to do something 30 years ago, you'd be like, well, I don't care, because people do that now all the time. This person, he sounds like a very old person, but saying he was in a television show 10 years ago, and he was in college a little bit before that, so he's not super ancient, but there's nobody doing what he does in that movie, and that really changed everything for me. Also, there's something really exciting and sad about the whole political aspect of the movie, the whole blacklisting thing. And here's his final one, The Godfather, 1972. Only because it's everybody's number one choice. I kind of feel in this day and age, not to be sounding bad in any way, we live in a culture where something's good and someone will say that's awesome. They may not have seen it, or they didn't like it. They want to agree with the cultural zeitgeist. I like to feel like the movie has stood up to time and criticism, and yet everybody can find the exact same reasons as to why it's awesome. I mean, it's so well written. It's a slow movie that you're still riveted by. It's got character development unlike anything I've ever seen before, and of course the performances are wild. And then he goes to talk about a bunch of other stuff that I won't get into because I don't want to ruin who this person is. So, television actor in the 2009. He's now doing movies.
Would you say that these influences are indicative of the kind of movie roles he takes now?
I would say somewhat. I would say the way that he thinks about movies have definitely had an impact on the way his career has gone.
So he was, in 2009, he was in college about 6 or 7 years prior.
Yes.
Which puts him in college around the time we were in college.
Yes.
Which puts him at around 35 or so nowadays.
I will also point out that I brought him up as a person because he was in a movie in 2018. So that's why I'm bringing it up. Was not nominated for an Oscar for this movie, but he was in a movie. I think it was 2018. Let me just make sure I'm not lying to you.
Yeah, don't lie to us.
Either way, I'm not good with actors, so I'll start this one.
Okay, 2018. Okay.
I'll start with one because again, I'm not good with actors. I'm
okay.
Just gonna think of someone.
This was a great game for you.
Exactly. Let's go with Benedict Hamburger Helper. Cumberbatch.
Oh, Benedict Cumberbatch. No. I like where you're at though.
Because I was thinking TV.
But that's not a hint.
I know, but
I like TJ's guess because it's fun. Because I like him.
I like calling his name just really, really weird names.
Cumberbatch Benedict.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Then I'm gonna go with Donald Glover.
Donald Dong Lover, as I like to call him.
Don Glover.
Was he in a movie in 2018?
I don't know. Didn't Solo come out in 2018?
Oh, it did.
It did. You're right.
It did.
You're right.
You're right.
No.
I don't think it felt like those would be the movies he'd pick, but I felt like that's how he would talk about roles.
I will give you another hint now for your next round.
Okay.
I would say I would not think of this person only as an actor anymore.
Okay. So
maybe
it's the one that I second guessed myself for.
I'm going to give TJ the first right of refusal on this.
All right. So I would only think of him as an actor anymore.
I wouldn't only think of him as an actor anymore.
Which either means he's gone a little bit into directorial, or it means he's gone the other way and went into music. Let's I wouldn't want to go that way, but what about just for gits and shiggles? Let's go with Mr. Jordan Peele.
Ooh, no. But I would like to say I love that guess as well. But I don't think he did a movie in 2018. Get Out was 2017.
Yeah, but I thought he had another one. Or was that coming out this year?
That's this year.
He's got a new one coming out this year.
He skipped 2018.
So I'm gonna say the one that was battling for my choice for round one, and that's John Krasinski.
You are correct.
Oh,
it was John Krasinski. He starred in a movie with his wife that he also directed.
I didn't go with him because he doesn't play roles like that.
No.
What was
although
he was in?
He does a little bit. I mean, he's in the Amazon Jack Ryan television series.
Oh fuck! I forgot about that.
He's in a bunch of other stuff too, but he directed and starred in Quiet Place, which did not win any Academy Awards. It was nominated for sound, but lost to Bohemian Rhapsody.
Okay,
so
Quiet Place
for some reason.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, that movie's really good. You should watch it.
I need to watch it. I'm waiting for it to be free on some streaming service. I believe it's coming to Netflix this year, though, they said. So, yeah, but he's in that with his wife.
Yeah.
That was going to be my next hint.
His
wife's
Mary
a famous
Poppins.
actress.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I'm like, who the fuck is John Krasinski?
I love it when I see couples like him and her where it's age appropriate and equal attractiveness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's couples like that.
He started working on that beard that he's got now.
Yeah.
Goldie Hawn, Kurt Russell, great example of age appropriate attractiveness level. They're still together.
Didn't the reboot of Overboard flop?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. I don't even know who was in it.
Because it was gender reversed. Well, that wasn't why it flopped, but that was the thing.
Oh, yeah, no, I remember seeing trailers for that, and it looked just really bad. They did that awkward thing that they do at trailers now, where they'll have the main actors just talk to you while you're sitting in the theater, and it just seemed really awkward and bad.
I will say Rachel Weisz is married to Daniel Craig, which is crazy.
Rachel Weisz? I know that name, but I can't.
She was in The Favorite. She's in the Mummy movies, if you remember, from the early 2000s.
Oh, okay.
She was in Enemy at the Gates. She's in a lot of stuff. She's one of those actresses in a lot. But yeah, another equal attractiveness, age-appropriate couple. I think they're both the same age.
So since all people are even thinking of doing is remaking stuff,
yep,
we need to remake something weird.
Okay. What do you want? Buckaroo Banzai?
No, let's remake Toys.
Whoa.
Let's remake Toys.
I want to remake
Star.
Okay, stop right now. I'm making my Snoopy prediction that came true.
Okay.
The Peanuts prediction. They're going to remake Toys as a movie called Apps, and it will be about apps.
Oh God.
No,
Like
that's
games.
You want to die.
Gonna happen.
Yeah, but that's gonna be more along the lines of Emoji Movie crap. That's not gonna.
I know.
Yeah.
That's not gonna be a remake. Oh,
okay.
Perhaps.
Or it'll be like VR. You know.
No, they already did that. It's Ready Player One. We're allowed one VR movie, and we spent it on Ready Player One.
No, we have two, because Brightside Ewan has that in his review.
Oh,
because he's already reviewed another VR movie.
I don't remember the name of that one. That was an old movie, though.
He called it the worst movie ever.
It had me intrigued. I think he did a review of that too. So if you want to check out Brightside Reviews on YouTube, he did a review of that too. I'll have to check that one out. But he did his review of Ready Player One, which I thought was he made a lot of great points.
Yeah,
in that. I liked it. It was the point. The reason why he hits nail on the head. Like the references are not the point of it. It's not like Big Bang Theory where the references are what the jokes are. It's that the references aid the storytelling.
Yep.
It's not that the references are the storytelling.
Yeah, but like we've been through this before too.
Yeah.
Like the author didn't even realize that's the theme he was writing into his book.
Yeah.
Like
the
references being like a sign of kind of toxic nostalgia.
Yep.
Because then he was like, "Oh shit, I'm rich now. I'm gonna buy a DeLorean."
Yeah, you know.
Yep.
I remember being really into that book. Yeah, I talked about this in a previous episode. Just wanted to like read interviews with Ernest Cline where he talks about like the shutting out society to like get lost in your own nostalgia and bubble, and then it's like, oh, that's not at all what he was writing about. So okay, well, but you know that's the way art is. You take from it what you take from it. So even if maybe he doesn't admit that's what it was, that's what a takeaway you can have from it. So, but anyway, yeah, thank you, John Krasinski.
Who's gonna play? Who's gonna be cast as the lead in the Toys Apps reboot? It's got to be somebody that can do kind of like a sad clown thing, probably, right?
But it's got to be
simple. If it's going to be CG, it's going to be a voice, and it's John Ratzenberger.
What?
Yeah, the guy from Cheers, the guy who does Ham. And,
I understand that, but what?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, he's.
If we're talking about
character.
A Robin Williams,
I think we should give it to Will Smith.
Oh, you're right on that. I mean, he's already doing the genie.
Yeah. Just have him come into the new Jumanji movie. Just have him take all the roles.
Have him do everything that Robin Williams has ever done.
Will Smith is Jack.
It could be Louis C.K.
Can it?
Yeah.
Is he out of actor jail yet?
The apps will just be his dick. Yeah. Oh, sorry. More dick photos. Sorry. Not sorry that you saw those. No, I'm trying to think of it because, like, you know, Robin Williams is a comedic actor, and then Toys was him trying to do sort of a dramatic turn. God, the movie Jack, by the way, that is hot trash. I want a Jack poster. I'm looking that up.
I loved that movie.
It's so bad.
It's only bad because he tried to get his hots on Jennifer Lopez.
You know what I have to say?
It was just like, this is a movie where I can see Robin Williams pretending to be a child, and that was like the best thing ever when I was a kid.
I just want to mention that movie, oh God, $5 for a poster. Oh, 11 by 17 print. Get the fuck out of here. I want the goddamn full-size 21 by 40, in a wood frame. Get out
Matt,
of here.
what do you want to talk about this week? Because you got two things here.
But anyway, sorry, Jack. You know, like how they say in that movie, Tropic Thunder, you never go full. I'm not going to say the word. You never go full stupid.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll call it.
Okay.
He goes full stupid in that movie.
But he was a child.
Yeah, but you don't. An adult man looking the age that he is, acting like a child, is so off-putting. Like, ugh. Ooh, a new Jack City poster though. Want that?
All right,
Matt, you got two things here, and I don't know what you really want to talk about.
I played a brand new video game. All the kids are talking about it.
I played a brand new video game too, but I didn't put it on here.
It's Rocko's Modern Life, Spunky's Dangerous Day. Dangerous Day. Dangerous Day, yeah. For the Super Nintendo, and I bought it on eBay, and I played it.
Why is the Jack poster so expensive? Sorry.
I've decided to devote my life to Rocko's Modern Life, Spunky's Dangerous Day, speed running, to make all the records.
Is there a speedrun leaderboard for this?
No, there is not.
Are you sure?
I just looked on speedrun.com. I don't really know what all the other sites are.
Well, I'm just going to do a quick Bing search because I need those Bing points.
Yeah, get them Bing points. So we can actually talk about the game because it's actually kind of interesting, the gameplay of it. You're kind of like, Spunky's just walking and you're kind of like trying to stay ahead of him and guide his path and take out threats before he gets to him. Almost like that, there was that 2-player game where the baby's trying to kill itself and the dad's trying to protect it.
Oh, yeah. What is that game called?
Daddy something. Suicidal Baby. Baby Suicide. But it's almost like that, except if the baby was an NPC and a dog, and you're a wallaby.
All right. That's cool. So it plays a lot better than like the Ren and Stimpy game did at the time.
I don't remember the Ren and Stimpy game.
There's a whole bunch of them, but I played Vidiots, both on the Game Boy and the Super Nintendo.
This is probably the best Viacom video game I've ever played.
Okay.
Nice.
That's saying something. They have a standard of quality.
I played Guts.
Nickelodeon.
Oh my god, Nickelodeon
licensed.
Guts. That's a game. Okay.
That's cool. I don't find any other speedrun communities, so
no,
go ahead.
I couldn't I was trying to look up some website that had like the control layout because it didn't come with a book, obviously, and it's just like nobody has this game. It's like, but I bought it because this is one of the games that I remember playing as a kid that just like stuck with me like crazy because I was already a super fan of the show.
Okay.
But it's just like nobody's playing this.
So that was, but you did. But did you play the game as a kid?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, okay. Because I found like trying to come up with like a speed running like game because you brought this up and I was like, man, I kind of want to try this too because like I want to find a weird game that I can get on like the top 10 without too much effort. Mm-hmm. But like I was trying to find some weird games. I found the Page Master game.
Oh,
it's so bad though that I couldn't play it because I think you have to have that like nostalgic like connection to like continue watching it or continue playing it. So
I mean, I would not recommend anyone to go back and play like Ren and Stimpy Vidiots if you didn't play that as a kid because controls are so bad. It just feels bad for a platformer.
Yeah, that's something I noticed on Rocko's Modern Life too. Like just like the controls feel like I'm on a Mario Ice level all the time. It's just super wonky the way it's calibrated.
Is there a dedicated Spunky button?
No. But you can pick him up and he'll lick your face and then you can use that to change his direction.
That's cool.
And he does just kind of yell Spunky occasionally.
Okay.
I just want to point out one final thing about the movie Jack.
Yes.
I was trying to remember who directed it. You want to watch The Godfather? No, watch the movie Jack, directed by the same person.
Mr. FFC himself?
Yeah, Francis Ford Coppola directed Jack. You know?
Oh, yeah, everybody needs a paycheck.
Did he, though? At what cost? So anyway, sorry. I had forgotten it was somebody super famous and like Academy Award winning director.
That's funny because this is not like, I don't know. It's not well paced at all. Like the way it opens is just really disorienting and wonky. So I don't know. Maybe it's just a really bad script.
So you know, I may just randomly have the file for Rocko's Modern Life, Spunky's Dangerous Day, so I might be able to at least see what you're doing.
Yeah. It's pretty great. I highly recommend it. As far as Nickelodeon-based Super Nintendo games, it's right up there.
John, what have you been playing?
Ooh. I'm sorry, I'm just looking at movie posters because I'm now going down the rabbit hole of wanting to buy more movie posters.
John, you should set the speedrun record for The Tick for Sega Genesis.
I'm really pissed off that there isn't a Showgirls poster on movieposters.com. That's one of my favorite. That's my favorite bad movie, is Showgirls. I think I'm looking at the Ringers list of best worst movies. Showgirls got to be near the top. I found a movie poster I need. Wild Wild West. That is a terrible movie.
I think the next Super Nintendo.
That's got to be a great poster.
The next game I look for on eBay is probably going to be Virtual Bart.
Okay.
Yeah. I've never played that one.
Yeah, Wild Wild West poster is $20. Original, minor creases, double-sided, and it's been rolled, so you know it's still in pretty decent shape.
Virtual Bart for $5, free shipping.
Fucking get on that, bitch.
I'll buy that Friday if it's still available, because I don't have any money.
I'm going to continue shopping, because I got
John, we're doing a podcast.
I got that one saved. I want...
If he's not going to talk about games...
TJ.
I will talk about games. I'll talk about games.
I'll do the Science Corner.
I'll talk about games.
What's up now? It's Matt's Science Corner.
I gamed it up, guys.
Okay.
Guess what I gamed?
I'm
not going to make
links.
you guess. You'll never guess.
You did some pickup artist stuff with...
I'm not playing Links. Stop. You'll never guess. I don't know why I allowed you to guess, because there's no way.
Okay, so Arma 2 again.
No. Oh, you're closer with Arma 2.
Pokemon Go.
I have been playing Call of Duty, the Black Ops 4.
I'm just going to take a nap.
You picked up Black Ops 4.
I did. And by picked up Black Ops 4, I mean I got a free code for the game.
Oh, nice.
On PC. Because my brother purchased a laptop from Best Buy that gave him a free code to the game, and he returned the laptop because it was broken, and they gave him a new one that also had a code for the game.
Perfect.
So he had two codes, and so I got the second one.
Epic launch.
I forgot how good Call of Duty is fun playing multiplayer.
Yeah, it's always been a sharp multiplayer game.
Yeah, so I kind of turned into... I've always been like an Arma guy. Like playing like this, like that's why I like PUBG so much. Like I love the slow, drawn out, tactical multiplayer shooter. You know, like Battlefield's even kind of the same way. It's a little bit more fast paced, but the idea of you got a large battlefield, you know, it's all about trying to like flank the enemy, get in a good position, hold an area. Call of Duty is all arcade. I mean, time to kill is like 20 seconds. Like you are just in it. Not even 20 seconds sometimes. Like 10. Like some of the maps are so small that you're just constantly spawning and shooting, which is really frenetic. And I love it. And I'm not great at it. Although I will say I've now ranked up to rank 10, and I feel like my kill death ratio is pretty much close to 1-0 now. So I'm doing pretty good. But I still sometimes just get wrecked. But so Black Ops 4 is interesting because that does not have a single player.
No,
that
not
came
at all.
Out,
3 modes of multiplayer.
Yep, I think they put out a $40
it's a Black Ops Pass that covers all updates to all 3 multiplayer modes.
What? No. They put out a $40 version of the game that was just Blackout, and it was without zombies.
Oh, without zombies, okay.
Yes, so and they also have a battle pass, I'm sure, that has like that. Interesting stuff that they're doing with this, because I haven't played a Call of Duty really. I played Infinite Warfare a little bit, but it's not the same, because Black Ops has kind of done its own multiplayer kind of thing. I think Black Ops 3 was really popular. I guess I played a little bit of that because it was free on PS4 during E3.
Black Ops 3, yeah.
Yeah, so I played a little bit of that, but it's very much like, you know, they're like, hey, you know, Overwatch, hero shooter, because in this you have your classes, but you also have your operator.
I'm going to go black for a second.
Okay, so the operators all have their like separate like powers. So like there's a couple of operators I've been playing. The first operator I played, I can't remember his name. Oh no. The second operator I played and been playing a lot is Prophet, who is an African American gentleman who is a badass because he has so you have like it's kind of like Overwatch. Hey, you played Overwatch, you got hero abilities in the shooter, and so his abilities are his not his ability is a respawning like little seeker drone that will shoot like shock into people and like stun them, so you can like get easy kills basically. So that's really cool. It's like easy mode for headshots. But also it could take like a bullet and explode. So you basically have to like, catch someone off guard basically for it to work. Because if it's rolling up on someone, they'll just shoot it. That also helps you get the jump on them though. If you see it get shot, you can just hop out and shoot because they're not going to be looking where you are. But so that's his thing. And his ultimate is a like a stun sniper rifle that like shoots super fast, so you can like stun people from a distance with it, and it's a 2-shot kill. The first shot will stun, the second shot will kill. So it's like a really cool like stun gun where you can, and I believe the stuns if people are near each other chain. So if like a group is put together, you can stun them all. So he's really cool. There's like they're all very like unique, like looking. So it's very obvious like it's not COD 4, it's COD BO for operators. Because my favorite is obviously the one, or not my favorite, but the first one I went to, obviously, or not, they're specialists, not operators. I'm so sorry.
I forgive you.
Is Nomad. Because his ultimate is a dog that runs around and attacks people. So obviously I had to pick him because then when you get your ultimate, a dog runs around and attacks people. I'm looking at the tier list, and Prophet is the lowest tier, which I feel like is wrong. I guess they just have, based on their recharge times of their equipment and whatnot, because everybody can equip every weapon, but it's just the only differences between them is A, the character model and the way they look, and B, the like just
their specials and hero abilities.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And the fact that there is basically a medic is kind of why I wanted to play this one, but I didn't end up getting it because I left GameStop before I got.
Yes, I believe it is. Who is it? That is the medic. It's Ajax. No, it's.
I don't remember because I wasn't paying that close attention.
I know what you're talking about because there's one person that can heal people.
Yeah.
I think it might be Ruin. He has the Grav Slam. No, he's the grapple gun. It's Crash. Yes, he has the TAC 5, which is like a little. It's a little like helicopter-y drone thing that just kind of flies around and heals your team. So, and he has the Assault Pack, which is pretty awesome. Because it's actually kind of cool the way the team balance works. It's not at all like Overwatch because like the hero abilities are very like secondary to just your shooting ability, but they are there. The assault pack, which you can drop, is like a consumable item where people can just run up, and when you get the assault pack, all of your kills do double points, so you can get your score streaks faster, basically.
That's cool.
So yeah, it's a really helpful team thing. Yeah, Seraph's a person who has a tactical deploy beacon, which allows you to set a spawn point basically on the map, which isn't as useful in Team Deathmatch, but in the control point modes, it would be super useful. She also has like a revolver, like a huge like fucking revolver that like is a one-shot kill. So that's a cool thing. There's a flamethrower guy. Then there is not on this list because there's a new character they introduced, and I don't remember her damn name, but she's a hacker. It's kind of like Overwatch. There's a hacker character they introduced later on, but her ability is really cool because when she gets her ultimate, it makes it so. Well, she has like a grenade that's a EMP, so it turns off your like reflex sights, and you can't use your hero abilities and things. But her ultimate is like a hacking beacon that she can place, and as long as it's active for like 30 seconds, enemies can't use their abilities. So it's like super powerful. And of course you can find it, and it shows you on the map where it is. And if you blow it up, the hacking time decreases. But it's a really cool game. Like I think adding in the hero abilities on top of just the pure shooting has added like a pretty cool element to, I don't know, makes them like, I kind of want to try everybody out and try all their abilities. So it's pretty cool.
It's kind of like a halfway between. I mean, like as you mentioned, like Overwatch, but it also kind of has an element that feels a bit like Rainbow Six.
Yes, much heavier on the shooting ability, whereas I think Overwatch is still a lot about Twitch, but there are characters in Overwatch that are much less about the Twitch shooting and much more about the tactics and like Reinhardt for one.
Yep.
Whereas this is every character has every access to every like regular gun, but they all just have different like things. Like I think I'm gonna probably try the demo expert War Machine. She's badass. She's got a cool mohawk, but she gets a grenade launcher, and she has a cluster grenade, which is pretty cool.
Now, did the code you get come with zombies?
Yep. Oh yeah, everything.
Awesome.
I'd like to try zombies as well.
You get 3 maps for free.
Yeah, I know.
Before having to pay for them.
It's a huge amount. I feel like I might buy the packs because it's like, I don't know. I didn't pay for the game, so like,
yeah.
Like what am I doing? Although I think the pass is 40. You say?
It might be 50.
Okay. Wow, that's a lot. That's a lot.
But that's all the updates for all of the modes.
Yeah.
And I don't think they separate it at all. You can't individually pack it.
Well, I'd like to mention that that the modes that are in the game are zombies, blackout. That there's no single player. It's just, I don't know. It's a cool game. I got it for free. I don't know if I would have bought it because the Call of Duty games basically are never on sale, which is kind of weird. But
yeah,
it's $50 for the pass. Yeah. Oh, they don't have loot boxes at all, which I was surprised by because
last one did.
Yeah, the last one did, and Infinity War had it. This one, they've gone to a system that is very similar to Fortnite. So there is seasons, and there is like a tier list that you can go up to unlock items, basically, or you can use money to buy tiers to get the upgrades. And they actually have a cool thing where your first win of the day is a free tier skip to the next tier. So you don't have to like earn experience; you just go to the next one.
That's
cool.
It's
a huge incentive to play every day and just get that one win, which I've been doing like for the past week. Is just playing until I win and then stopping. But I guess that's cool. The problem is that I feel like I don't want to pay because I don't think I'm ever going to play the blackout stuff. Like I really just want to play.
I've heard very middle of the road stuff when it comes to blackout.
I've heard it's good, but it's it's like people are saying Apex Legends is better.
Yeah.
So
I need to give that a shot sometime.
But the core, I guess it's for $50 you're getting 12 multiplayer maps and 4 zombies maps. So that's pretty cool if you're into the zombies. Yeah, I wish zombies is hard to play. I think online with strangers though. Because I feel like you need a lot
zombies was really was the way to go way back when.
Yeah, so I would have bought this pass if it was $30, but for $50, we'll see. I'd like those 12 new maps but there's a pretty decent amount of stuff in the game already.
Yeah,
and I think they said that there was going to be single player content that they were still going to release for this.
I didn't think so. But
there has to be. Okay, the other weird thing about this game is there has to be bots. Because there is a single player part of the game that exists where you basically, for each operator, for each specialist, you play like a little cutscene mission, kind of talking about them, and then you get dropped into like a multiplayer map with bots and play like a TDM round.
Okay.
As that character. So there are bots in this game. Like if you were to tell me they were to have this game with bots, I would play this all the fucking time because I play so much Counter-Strike with bots because it's just fun, pure fun to just like shoot and not worry about someone being like fucking MLG god level just destroying you the entire game, and you can turn the bots up to hard and there's a little bit of a challenge. But anyway, yeah, so I've been way into playing that. So I'm back on the Call of Duty, man. I skipped Black Ops 2, but I think I've played every Black Ops game now. Somehow. I got lucked into the last 2.
I've really only played Black Ops 2 and a little bit of the single player 3, but that's it.
I played 1 all the way through. Anyway, I think we're burning through time here.
Yeah.
Guys. I think TJ, you want to finish us off with our. You want to give us our happy ending?
We're almost there, TJ. Just finish us off.
We're going down to a spa in Florida with a bunch of other NFL players.
That's a reference to something that I'm not aware of.
Oh, it's a news story. Not NFL player, sorry. NFL owner.
Okay. Is that spa still running? Can I go?
No, it was closed. It's part of a prostitution sting.
Fuck. I mean, crap.
Hey man, $100 got you some hand and mouth.
I mean, I don't know why it's still illegal. Anyway.
No, it shouldn't be.
Yeah, well, in this case, it was illegal because the women were being brought over from China and then forced to work in this spa.
Human trafficking is the worst part about it.
And
you make it legal, you could regulate it.
And not having a legal sex trade only makes that stuff more prevalent. And it makes it more dangerous for the people working in that industry. Anyway.
Yep. Should we help the world?
Let's
is that where
fix
we're going?
Everything.
Congo. That's a good movie.
It is.
The poster's not good though, so that's a new
Lava
lie.
tubes.
Batman and Robin.
I was going to suggest that one earlier,
but I think that's going to be too popular. It'll be hard to find.
So, do we want to fix the world? Do we want to know what I've been playing, or do we want to just do a minor thing about a Twitch update?
Let's not fix the world tonight.
Okay.
I feel like that'll be too involved. I think we've been going.
The world can wait. The world is not enough.
It's $40 for a Batman and Robin poster. It is the original that was up on a movie poster wall in a theater, and it is rolled, so it is.
So it's like one of those double-sided ones.
Yep. Well, no, it's not. They're not all like that. There are some that were single-sided, so this is a single-sided one.
All right. Then I could tie the two other things into a nice, quick little snippet to finish off the episode.
Do you know why the double-sided ones existed, though, right?
Because they were in a light box.
Yes, correct. So the light had to shine through. So there were ones that weren't in light boxes. That this one wasn't. But I'm not spending $40 on a joke poster.
TJ, tie us up.
$20 is my joke poster limit.
So this is more about Matt and me. So John, you don't have to listen to this at all.
What?
Yeah, you're
Mac
not
and me?
Twitch affiliated.
Okay, Mac and me is one I gotta look up.
Mac and me. Twitch affiliates can actually get more emotes now. Right now, we were stuck at only having the one for Tier 1 subscribers, the extra for Tier 2 subscribers, and the third for Tier 3 subscribers, whereas people who are partners had 7 for just regular Tier 1 subscribers, and then a bonus for each other tier. But now, if Matt or I, let's say, get 15 sub points, which just add up the numbers on all the tiers, either 15 Tier 1 subscribers, etc. We get a bonus emote slot.
I have 1 sub point from when I gifted a sub to that person that was trolling us.
Yeah. Well, you already have 3 slots. 1 for Tier 1s, 1 for Tier 2s, 1 for Tier 3s. But at 15 sub points, that's just at any point. So whatever your max sub points ever are. Because that sub point will go away after 30 days. When you hit 15, you've got 2 emotes. Hit 25, you got 3. Hit 35, you've got 4. Hit 50 or more, you've got 5. Those are kind of on a rolling basis. The 2 emote slots launched 3 days ago on the 22nd of February, and then it's March, April, and May for the other ones. So I just need a big sub push next month, and then people can play with 3 emote slots. I need a Jorts emote. I was thinking about a Jorts emote when I was being made fun of about my Jorts. So now I want a Jorts emote. Well, I'll finish a run. We're going to fill my screen with Jorts.
Yes.
So there's a game I want to start streaming. And this goes back to a Twitter conversation I had with one of my mutuals a couple days ago.
A United 93 poster.
God damn it, John. We're doing a podcast.
Yeah, he's trying to ruin it with United 93.
United 93 poster is $10. It's the original advance poster. So this was the teaser poster.
All right, I need to find which episode you talk about United 93ing a party.
I can't United 93 my poster collection though, but I feel like
wall.
I have to.
You have to put it up in the bedroom, so you have to stare at it every night as you fall asleep.
I feel like I have to buy it as a joke, but you can't joke about 9/11 yet.
Can you? I don't know. I thought
so.
You didn't tag it United 93, so it's not in the search terms.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Crap.
We need
I'll
like a
start
know
listing
your
all episodes
meme
again.
style, like Born in the
History.
80s Wikipedia.
I have to listen to all the episodes
The
again
history
and
of
get transcripts.
Born in the 80s references.
All right.
Ooh, there's the Evolution movie. Ooh, that's a good one.
Oh, I loved that movie.
It's only $8, so I think I'm just gonna buy it.
So one of my mutuals just basically said, "Screw this this fictional sports game that's a mini game within another game." I'll get to what it is.
Are you talking about Final Fantasy X?
I haven't talked about Final Fantasy X. Oh fuck! I haven't talked about Final Fantasy X. Yeah, they're like, "Screw Blitzball," and I'm like, "Which Blitzball? Final Fantasy X Blitzball, the one they had in 10-2, or in real life Blitzball, which isn't a thing." For the uninitiated, Blitzball is a sport inside the world of Final Fantasy X. It takes place inside a giant spherical pool of water that kind of takes elements from rugby, soccer, and team handball. And you play 5-minute halves underwater trying to score goals. Apparently holding your breath that long. I don't know how that works. But it's a cool little sports game that they put in there where you kind of have half control, but a lot of the elements of the game still, like in any RPG, play with RPG stat mechanics. If I want to pass a ball and someone's in my way, my pass stat has to be higher than their block stat, etc., etc., etc. I'm not going to get into the specifics, even though I did give him a beginner's guide of, well, if you're just trying to get the ultimate weapon piece that you can only get from playing this minigame, here's your lazy beginner's guide on how to play. So I started on my Vita playing Final Fantasy X from the beginning just because I wanted to play Blitzball again. Means I put about 6 hours of actual grindy gameplay to get to the point in the game where I can forget the rest of the game and just play this mini game inside it. And I've put probably 6 hours into Blitzball already, and only started playing it 4 days ago.
Just into the minigame.
Yeah.
Little Nicky. Now there's a bad poster. Sorry, continue. I found the clearance section, which is perfect. I'll talk before when TJ's done. I'll go through my cart.
So anyway, Final Fantasy X, if you want to play Blitzball, is currently available on PlayStation 2, PlayStation 3, PlayStation 4, PlayStation Vita, and PC, and coming soon to Xbox One and Nintendo Switch. Matt, were you a Final Fantasy person at all? I think
wasn't
you said you
really.
weren't.
I played like one of them, but not very much. And then I played whatever the online one was for like a week.
The older online one, 11, right?
Yeah.
I am going to tell you, if Final Fantasy had ever intrigued you, and this is a topic that many people have gone into. The question of the day is always, what's the first Final Fantasy you should play? And the real answer is kind of whatever, but usually it's either Final Fantasy 6, 7, 9, 10, or 15. Don't start with any other of, well, maybe 4, but I wouldn't start with 1. 1 is just too grindy, too slow. I wouldn't start with 8 because it's too weird compared to the rest. I wouldn't start with an online one. I wouldn't start with 12.
Boy, you're really not. Wait, 12 is pretty good.
Yeah, but you really should play some of the other ones before you play that one. Or at the end of the day, just go play Super Mario RPG.
Yeah.
That one's great.
That's the best Final Fantasy.
Or watch The Spirits Within.
Spirits Within poster also available on clearance, but I'm not buying this. Spider-Man 3 posters only $10.
I don't know if I mentioned on the podcast. Spirits Within is I watched opening weekend with my buddy. I was still in high school, so I visited him in Marinette, Wisconsin, and we went to see it opening day. There was the two of us and one other guy in the theater.
I think I saw it at some weird like mall theater with a friend of mine who was really into Final Fantasy.
I have it on DVD somewhere. It's not a good Final Fantasy. It's an okay sci-fi flick, but that's it. That's really all it is.
It was a cool demonstration of computer tech.
Yeah. And then Square Cinema, or whatever they called that division, just dissipated right after that.
Yeah. They were like, you spent how much on this? And four people saw it?
They tried to use Final Fantasy as a talking point for maybe people will see it because people like Final Fantasy games. That name should not have been attached to the movie by any means at all.
There's another Tom and Huck poster available. Hot to Trot! I lost that one.
John, what do you have to say?
I found a lot of posters that I've lost, and I'm Hot to Trot one. My cat pooped on, and I had to throw out, but I can get another one for $10. So I may just have to get another one.
I wonder if my
is this really only $5? Oh my god! I've got a list of fucking incredible movie. I might get the Mighty Wind poster just because I love that movie. And it's only $10.
Maybe my
these are mostly joke posters, but I mean I love that movie.
Yeah.
I'd like to have the original poster.
Maybe my emote should be the Jorts tree.
I get
just Jorts.
I'm just going to add this one, and I'm not going to buy this because my cart is absolutely astronomical in the amount of money that's in it right now.
All right, before we end, go down what's in your cart right now.
Okay, I got to go. Stop My Mom Will Shoot is only $5. Okay, sorry. I lost that one as well during one of our moves, and that is incredible. Rollerball. Oh, it's the advanced poster. Sorry.
False alarm.
Oh, wait, no, they have the original. Add to the cart as well. All right, so let's go to my checkout. My cart is $185 right now. But I have some Incredibles. I can probably remove some of these because every single one of these is the standard movie poster size. So we have Snake Eyes, if you remember that movie. No?
I don't.
Yes. Snake Eyes is the Nicolas Cage movie from 1998. It's a movie where they are trapped in a hockey arena, and there's like a guy who's gonna like kill someone. I don't know. It's incredible. You want some fucking Nicolas Cage crazy acting? Snake Eyes is the movie. Thank you. I gotta thank Lance for turning me on to that movie. I've got this classic Tale of Two American Idols from Justin to Kelly poster, which I don't think I'm gonna buy, even though it's super classic. It's $25, which is a bit much for a joke poster for a movie that I don't have any special connection to the jokiness of, so I'll probably remove that one from the old cart. So we've got the movie Stealth. You remember that movie, Stealth?
Nope.
I remember it was coming out, yeah.
It was from the director of Fast and the Furious and XXX. It's a movie with Jamie Foxx, Jessica Biel, and Josh Lucas, so I don't think it was much else. It's about a plane that's got an AI in it. It's a fighter plane with AI. If you've played the video game Titanfall 2, the plot from Titanfall 2 is the plot of the movie Stealth. Okay. Like straight up. So, and I want to call out the internet right now as people talk about how incredible Titanfall 2's single player campaign is. Campaign is great. The story is literally the plot of the 2005 action movie Garbage Piece Stealth. Where the AI, let's just say, in the end of the movie, the stealth, the AI, so like in Titanfall 2, you have this AI, you become friends with it, and then it turns on you, and then in the end it sacrifices itself for you. It's the plot of Stealth. Exactly the plot of Stealth. I was like, I was laughing because I saw that fucking movie because it was in the times when I was in high school or college early when I was living at home and I had nothing to do but watch terrible movies with my friends because it was the only thing to do. Mac and Me poster, which I probably won't buy. I kind of it's an original from 1988. High quality. It's $30 though.
Yeah, I was gonna say that one's gonna be priced up. That's popular enough that
it's a meme now. The worst part is I had a chance to buy a Mac and Me poster probably 10 years ago when I first started buying them for probably $5.
You can thank Paul Rudd for driving that price up.
It's become a meme. So there's the Jack poster, which is also really expensive. I might not buy it because it is an original that's rolled, and it's one of the double-sideds, which is really nice. But it says it has a fold at the top corner, so it doesn't mint. And it's $25. I kind of want to get this Jackie Brown original poster because it's the advance preview, but it's the one with Jackie Greer. So that's classic. It's $20 though. It's pricey. The United 93 original advance poster is double-sided. Is only $10. It's hard for me not to buy that. The 27 by 40 Wild Wild West has minor creases. It's double-sided, original rolled from 99. Classic. Evolution is only $8. I may remove that one, though, because I don't think that's enough of a joke.
No, that's actually a quality movie.
It's not quality
high quality.
It's kind of
cinematic
bad,
art form.
The Spider-Man 3 one I'm going to remove. It is a bad movie, and it is the classic poster of the two Spider-Mans back-to-back, the dark one and the light one. But I think I'd remove that because it's not enough of a joke. I'm thinning the herd down. So we've got Hot to Trot, which is a find, because that is the talking horse / Bobcat Goldthwait movie from the 80s that I can't believe I'm finding a second version of because I thought I had lost that forever. Cross. So you want from Justin to Kelly? Well, let me raise you Britney Spears in Crossroads. That poster, $5 for an original. So definitely buying that.
Can I just say the Hot to Trot movie poster has the
is
horse
incredible
saying, "When I talk, you're going to laugh yourself hoarse."
Yep, I know. It's an incredible poster. We also have the Mighty Wind poster, which I said is an original double-sider, which I kind of want because it's one of my favorite movies. Swim Fan. Remember Swim Fan? I have the original double-sided for
movie.
Yes,
Online Stalker. Yep.
It's only $5. It was, I believe, Erica Christensen. Although I may not buy it because
you're an actual swim fan.
It is only $5 though, and I feel like when a movie poster is less than $10, it's kind of like, I just will eat some ramen tomorrow, and that has covered the cost of that. Especially for these, and that's what I love about. I guess I'm a movie poster collector. I like the idea that these were for these really awful trash movies. These were hopeful, hanging up in a movie theater in a light box, and people are like, maybe I'm going to see that Britney Spears movie, and it's fucking garbage.
And even beyond that, this poster alone represents at least 5 people's jobs, designing, taking the pictures, editing.
So another poster I have is original double-sided rolled Rollerball. If you remember that movie.
Only vaguely.
Some of these are so overpriced, man. It's the memes. I'm like you know how Wayne Gretzky said you don't want to go where the puck is, you want to go where the puck's going to be. I got to find the memes of the future because the ones that are memes now are expensive. The Flintstones Viva Rock Vegas original is fucking $30. Are you serious? Come on. That's too much.
How much is a Garfield a 9 Lives movie poster?
Oh, I have that, so I don't need to buy one. I have that poster, and it immediately went up. And it was an investment because fucking Kevin Spacey became a monster,
that was Kevin Spacey, wasn't it?
Yes, and so now I have this infamous 9 Lives poster. I'm sorry.
By the time this goes up, it's about a week until Slime Rancher is the free download on Epic Launcher because I want to play that game.
So my wife has a friend who works in a movie theater, and they give away the posters for free. And so you can usually find the trash posters very easily because nobody wants them. I don't think I'm going to go with Swim Fan. I don't think Erica Christensen can keep my interest. Stopper My Mom Will Shoot original fucking is an amazing poster, and it's only fucking $5.
That is great.
So I'm 100% buying that. I lost that one in the move as well. So this is just, I'm sorry. I'm going to have to even pare this down more because this is still at $170 in my cart. And I cannot spend that money as a joke.
I'm looking at Slime Rancher, and I'm not sure what I'm looking at.
It's an incredible
shooter, game. Cartoony shooter thing?
It is a shooter farming game.
Yep.
Okay.
I have to remove Jack because that's too expensive.
Looks like I have some VR.
I am now in the process of downloading every episode of Born in the 80s.
All right, we're going to get boosted numbers.
Just to upload it on otter.ai because I want transcripts for every episode.
Oh, God.
And then you just feed that into a neural network. And then we don't have to do this anymore.
I need United 93. I need to know where it is. I need to know where we've United 93.
All right. John, when you're not shopping for posters, where can people find you on the internet?
$85. These are all my children now. I can't get rid of any of these. I think I'll get rid of the Jackie Brown.
You don't have to get rid of them. You just have to keep some in the orphanage for a little while.
No, I can't buy any posters that aren't jokes. Except for Mighty Wind, because that's a really funny movie. Oh, fuck, I gotta remove it. It's right. Why am I'm buying joke posters, god damn it. I can't buy posters of movies I actually like. For the right reasons. Like, I love Snake Eyes, but boy, is that a bad movie. Alright, $50. Okay, that's a reasonable amount of LARK money to spend in February. I can be found on John_Danger on Twitter. I am a proud owner of the Jonathan Taylor Thomas filmography poster collection.
Yes.
Framed in my house. We'll be joined by Snake Eyes, Stealth. United 93 will not be put up in a frame, but I will keep rolled as a joke. Hot to Trot, Crossroads, Stopper Mom Will Shoot, and Rollerball, because they're all $10 or cheaper.
All right. And what's the URL of your Tumblr blog where people can track your...
My Tumblr blog was closed because I'm not allowed to have porn anymore.
It's going to be posterboycollector.tumblr.blog. You can find me at Matt Haig Music. Go on my YouTube, play my song from the new Anthem game, and play it a bunch of times. It's pretty fun. It's a good song, even if you're not playing the game. Just play my music, please.
I got to get off this. I'm sorry. There's a High School High poster with John Lovitz on it. That's incredible, and it's $5. I'm gonna keep the cart will continue to expand if I keep looking at these.
And you can join me and my positive female presenting nipple policy.
Oh yeah.
Over on our Discord, that's YOLO420.com/born in the 80s, all lowercase.
No censors on Discord, baby.
Yep. I'm also on Twitter. That's @MayofMay84. And then follow me. And if you feel like it, sub to me on Twitch so I can get my Jorts emote.
Yeah, get those jorts.
I want a Jorts emote.
Hashtag get those jorts.
Hashtag get those jorts.
All right, goodbye, everyone.
I'm glad you appreciate it, because I don't appreciate you.
Yeah, I know. My week's been full of that.
Bzzow! I'm just full of it.
Ooh, what's Glazy streaming? It says he's streaming.
You're not allowed to look at other streamers anymore.
Cheater.
He came to my blindfolded stream. Well, you did too, but it was way late.
I was there.
You shouldn't have come. You should have been sleeping.
What? I was getting ready for bed during that time.
Okay.
Well, I had you on while I was taking a shower.
That's the way to do it.
John watched. You were blindfolded while John was hot and naked and wet.
He's playing one of the games he was talking about. He's playing the
Titanfall?
No, Tycho.
The Drum Master game. I want to get that game. Yes, Taika Waititi. You know one of my favorite things about that game is that it's like totally just all the Japanese stuff is in it. They aren't like there isn't like an American version of the like set list. So you want to play that Neon Genesis Evangelion opening theme? It's in there.
Oh, well, the thing is, they just added some DLC recently, and we talked about this in my stream, for Pokemon songs.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them from Let's Go Pikachu, Let's Go Eevee.
Well, I was looking into it, and I was like, oh man, am I going to have to import this game? And then I looked and I was like, oh no, it's released in the US with all of the Japanese music.
Yes.
Or maybe not all of it, but like 99% of it.
But it's got English words, Japanese music.
Whatever.
Hey, John.
Can't see what song
Turn
this
on
is.
studio.
Hey, I'm on studio.
Okay, just wanted to make sure.
Thank you for being a best friend and checking. Are you on studio?
I should be.
Oh, well, I just, it's always good to check your friends as well.
Yeah. Always be prepared.
That's what they taught me in high school.
Yeah.
When you got you're worried about testicular cancer, you gotta check your friends in the shower.
I think we went to different kinds of schools.
I got in a lot of trouble in high school. Okay, I'm done eating these lemon drops.
Good.
There was kind of a He Too movement around me.
He Too?
Oh,
what?
We're back to your flashback. Okay.
Yeah.
I see where this is going.
All right.
It was
this is
time.
John at his distance and level. And Matt, can you talk?
This is Matt. I'm as emotionally distant as I usually am.
Okay. And TJ?
Full of pride and pep and background noise.
Okay.
I think we all put our lovely faces on.
I gotta leave.
Everybody put your tops on.